Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Nurse Lali's here and I'm back with another video. So today I'm doing a sit down, which I haven't done in a while, and I will be doing an unboxing for you guys. So I'll be showing you guys all of the things that I got from my practice that I will be using during my consultations, and more specifically the antenatal consultations. So if you are pregnant and you come to me for an antenatal consult, I will be showing you what we will be doing during that visit. So yeah, I'll be doing this unboxing, showing you guys the equipment that I've bought thus far, and yeah, and giving you guys a bit of an idea of what's going to happen if you come to me for a consultation. So if you are looking forward to this video, please make sure that you watch the video till the end, and don't forget to do the most important things when you are on YouTube, which is subscribing, liking the video, sharing, and clicking on the notification bell. So yeah, without wasting any time guys, let's get into this video. So today is such a chill day guys. Today is Tuesday, I'm off, I'm at home, and I thought to myself, let me actually have a look at my equipment and test these things, because ever since I got them I haven't tested them. Well, some I have, but not everything. And actually that makes me remember that I didn't bring one more thing. Let me go and get it. Okay, all right guys, so yeah, I thought let me just do this video and show you guys everything. I've never done an unboxing on my channel so it's quite exciting to do something new. So yeah, let us start with this video. Let me show you guys everything that I have. Before I do that, let me actually give you guys a brief overview of what's going to happen when you come for a consultation. Right, so the first thing that we will do is we're going to take some history from you. So we need to get some information from you, like what is your name, your age, your date of birth, your ID number, your occupation, your next of kin details, someone that we can call in case of an emergency, your address where you stay, your email address. We'll get that kind of information from you, because that's very important to keep for our records and to have every client's information in our system. And then after that, we're going to get some history from you relating to your medical history, your family history, your lifestyle, habits, your social history, all of those things. And we're trying to get to know you and try and find out what medical conditions do you have, or what medical conditions are in your family that can affect your current pregnancy, or what surgical operations have you had before that might affect how you deliver. For example, if you've had a cesarean section before, then you'd have to have another cesarean section. Or if you're going to do a VBAC, which is a vaginal birth after cesarean section, then we need to be able to anticipate all of that, right? And what medications are you on, because certain medications can affect your growing baby while you are pregnant, or even when you are breastfeeding. So we're getting that history, getting to know you, getting to know conditions that are in your family, because also if there's high blood pressure in your family, maybe you are at risk of having high blood pressure, and that's something that we need to look out for throughout your pregnancy. Or whether it's diabetes, or if you have asthma, what medications are you taking, can they affect the growing baby, or epilepsy, or whatever. So we need to get that information from you. And oh my gosh guys, I'm so annoyed because I'm trying to record this video and people are cutting grass. They're cutting grass somewhere outside here in my estate where I stay. So I'm just so bored, because I feel like that audio is going to reflect in my video and I don't want that. So okay, I'm just gonna have to wait for them to finish. But yeah, basically that is the information that we need to get from you, your demographic details and just your history, and just to get to know you better. Yeah, so that's basically what's going to happen first before we start now doing the physical examination, where we examine you and we do our assessment, and I'm going to show you now the things that we'll be using in that assessment.
1 hour later.
Alright guys, so I'm going to continue with the unboxing now. The noise is a bit better, and yeah, I'm so excited to show you guys everything. Let me take these glasses off. For a change, let me record a video without them. Okay, so let's get into this unboxing. Okay, so the first thing that I want to show you guys, let me see. Okay, I want to show you guys, this is a urine test strip. Let's try, hopefully this is going to focus. Let's see. There we go. So this is a urine test strip, and this is like one of the first things that we're going to do when we start the exam. Oh, something's shlabbering me. So we're going to ask you to obtain a urine sample, and we're going to test for your urine. So this is how it looks like. Let's see. Okay. It's color coded and it tests for different things, as you can see. So over here it tests for blood. That's the first thing. So we'll be able to detect blood if you are menstruating, if you are bleeding. Usually there will be some blood in the urine. And then urobilinogen and bilirubin, usually these ones will have them in the urine if there are any problems with the liver. They're not supposed to be in the urine under normal circumstances. And then over here we have protein. So protein, usually we will have it in the urine if you are having any problems with your kidneys, because under normal circumstances proteins are large molecules and then are supposed to be excreted in the urine. And when they are excreted, usually it's when there's any kidney problems, or if your blood pressure is elevated, then you will start to see some protein in the urine. And then over here it's nitrates. Nitrates, we get them in the urine when there's a urine infection. So under normal circumstances it's also not there, but if there's an infection it will be nitrates positive. Then there are ketones. Ketones are usually in the urine if there's any starvation or any dehydration. So wow, would you look at that? Goodness, I didn't close this thing properly. Oh. Wow.
Moments later.
Wow guys, so my urine test strips decided to fall out of this thing. I didn't close it properly the last time I used it. Weakness.
Weak.
But anyways. Okay, finally. Okay, where were we? So we were nitrates on ketones. So as I was saying, ketones, they're usually in the urine if you have been starving yourself, you haven't been eating. Then if the body cannot find any glucose or sugar to break down, it will start to break down fats, and fats release ketones. So you find ketones in the urine if you have been starving, or if you are dehydrated. If you've been vomiting a lot and you're dehydrated, then your body's gonna start breaking down ketones, and then you're going to see them in the urine. Then over here we have glucose in the urine. So it's the same with glucose. It's not usually in the urine. If it's there, it might mean that you are having high blood sugar, but not all the time. So then what we will do, if we find that you have glucose or sugar in your urine, we'll do a rapid blood test of your sugar. We'll do a finger prick, and then if that one is high, ask you to come back the following day on an empty stomach and do a fasting blood glucose, or we can even do an oral glucose tolerance test to check, are you diabetic or not? And then we just check the pH, which usually just gives us an idea of the acid. The acid base state of your urine, whether it's acidic or alkaline, and then your specific gravity, which tells us about how concentrated your urine is, and leukocytes, the last one. Leukocytes, they are white blood cells. If you're having a discharge, then we might find leukocytes in your urine. So those are the things that we will be checking for when we do this urine dipstick test for you. Then the next thing that we are going to check or do is your vital signs, your blood pressure, your temperature, your oxygen saturation, your pulse. So for that, I have this Medic blood pressure monitor. So as you can see here on the picture, it's a really small, nice portable blood pressure machine. It comes with a cuff and it records the blood pressure and the pulse. So let me just put it on me and then you guys can see. Oh, it's that other way. Okay, so basically I'll just put it on your arm and then I'm going to turn it on. Okay, let me relax. Oh, it's lento. Okay, there you have it, guys. There's my blood pressure. It's 122/73 and my pulse is 76. So I'm good, y'all. I'm good. And if you guys have watched, I have done a video on high blood pressure in pregnancy. So blood pressure is very, very important if you are pregnant. And if you guys want to know more about why, go and check out that video that I did. I'll link it up somewhere here. Okay, so after doing your blood pressure, then we are going to do your blood pressure and your pulse. Then we'll do the temperature, and for that I got this Dihang infrared thermometer. So this one, it's the one that you put on the forehead, which I'm sure all of you guys know because we just came from COVID, and every time when we entered into a shopping mall or a shop, they checked our temperature. So this one's very nice and simple. You just put it on and there we go. You get a reading. There's my temperature, 36.7. Perfect. So it's very nice and easy to use. You get your temperature very quickly. So we do the blood pressure, the pulse, and the temperature. And then I also got a pulse oximeter. So this one is very nice because then it goes a step further. So it checks the pulse and then it also checks your oxygen saturation, which is the percentage of blood, percentage of oxygen in your blood. So you just put your finger in and then it checks your oxygen saturation and your pulse rate. So there it is. There we go. So my oxygen saturation is 98%, which is wonderful. Wonderful. So in terms of your vital signs, that's what we will do. And then after doing the vital signs, we do the blood tests. Let's go to the next item. Okay, and the next item that I have is this Plus Contour blood glucometer. So this is what I'll be using to check your blood sugar. And I'll just do a blood sugar on every client of mine. When they come for their first pregnancy visit, I'll just do a baseline blood sugar. And especially if you have a high BMI, I'll do a baseline blood sugar, so that if at any point in the pregnancy you start to have glucose in your urine, then we know what your glucose sugar blood readings were. Yeah, whatever. So this is the machine. This is how it looks.
Weak.
Look at me dropping things around. But anyways, it has this nice packaging thingy. And then this is the actual blood glucose machine. There we go. So it comes with these test strips. With these contour test strips. And then all I gotta do is just prick myself and then check my blood sugar. Okay, but let me not use these ones. Actually, let me not use these. Okay, so I'll show you guys the thingy, but let me show you guys all of the equipment that needs pricking so that I can prick at one time. Don't want to prick myself a lot of times. Okay, so after the blood sugar, then we'll do your booking bloods. So with the booking bloods, we'll do your HB, we'll do your syphilis test, and syphilis is a sexually transmitted infection that can cause a lot of complications in the baby once baby is born and even during your pregnancy, so we check for that. And then we're also going to do some bloods. We're going to actually take the bloods, but some of them we're going to do them rapidly, like your HB and your RH and your syphilis and your HIV test. Then the other bloods, we're actually going to collect a blood sample, take it to the lab, and then the results will come back after some time. But I also have these rapid test kits, which is nice because they can give you a result immediately and you don't have to be waiting for blood results. So it's the blood sugar one that I just showed you, and then it's this Hemo Smart Gold, and this one is for checking your HB. And your HB, it's basically a component in your red blood cells. It transports oxygen around the blood. So when you have a high HB, you are good. That means that the oxygen carrying capacity of your blood is great. But if you have a low HB, maybe you've bled a lot, you can be anemic, and then that can cause you to become pale, have a lot of fatigue, dizziness, and all those things. You have those kind of symptoms if you are anemic. And also anemia is not good in pregnancy because you can bleed in pregnancy. For example, when you give birth, you might bleed, so we don't want you to start off your pregnancy with a low HB. So that's why we check the HB at the beginning of your pregnancy when you book, so that if you need to take supplements, you can take the supplements and increase your HB. By the time you deliver, if you lose a lot of blood, then you had a good HB pre-delivery, and then you don't end up needing like blood transfusion or anything like that. So this HB meter, this is how it looks, and it also has test strips where you collect the blood sample and after doing the prick. So yeah, we're going to do that as well. Okay, then I have this. This is a very, very nice rapid test actually. This HIV and syphilis combo. So as I said to you guys, one of the bloods that we do, we check for syphilis. But then another thing that's important that we need to check for is HIV. You need to know your HIV status before pregnancy. But if it happens that you don't, in fact, even if you do know your HIV status, we do need to take a HIV test when you come for your booking visit, and also at your subsequent visits, because if you do become HIV positive while you are pregnant, you need to be started on treatment as soon as possible. If you are not started on treatment as soon as possible, the amount of the virus in your blood, which is your viral load, if it's too high, there are higher chances of you transmitting HIV to your baby. So you need to get on treatment as soon as possible so that you can decrease that viral load. By the time you deliver, you'll be good, because there are 3 opportunities or periods at which your baby can become infected with HIV. Number 1, while you are pregnant, when you give birth, and the third one, when you are breastfeeding. So we want to ensure that while you are pregnant, as soon as possible, you get on treatment so that you don't have a high chance of transmitting to your baby while you're pregnant. And when you give birth, that there's a lot of opportunities for trauma to happen and blood mixing. So that's why by the time you get to deliver, we also want to make sure that you are safe. And then also when you are breastfeeding your baby, you need to be on treatment so that you don't transmit to your baby at that time. So, and also besides protecting your baby, if you are HIV positive, you need to be on treatment so that the viral load can be controlled, so that it does not affect your CD4 count cells, which are cells in your body that fight infections. If those cells are low, the CD4 count cells, then you will be prone to getting a lot of infections, even infections that we all get on a daily basis and we don't really get sick too much because of them, like a flu, for example. If your CD4 count cells are low and your immune system is compromised because of your viral load being high, then that will put you at more risk of getting like really, really sick because of a simple infection that wasn't gonna put you down if you had a good immune system. So with that, we'll do the HIV test, and then if it is positive, you have to be started on treatment. And then what I would do is I would refer you to a GP that offers the services that provide antiretrovirals. And then but before that, we'll also do your CD4 count. If it's you've just discovered that you're HIV positive, we need to do a CD4 count. We need to do hepatitis B. We need to check your creatinine, which gives us an idea of how well your kidneys are working. So those are the bloods that we'll be doing. And then hepatitis B, it's an inflammation of the liver or infection of the liver. So we do those baseline blood tests. And then if you are already HIV positive and you've been on treatment, then we are going to do your viral load and your creatinine and hepatitis B, but we're not going to do the CD4 count. Yes. So yeah. So to do the HIV test, I have this rapid HIV and syphilis combo test. So this is really nice then, because I can check both of them at the same time and I get a result immediately. So, and on that note of HIV, guys, it's very, very important to know your HIV status. But even more important than knowing your HIV status, it's important to have safe sexual practices. If you are sexually active, stick to one partner and condomize. So I believe in having a monogamous relationship, being with one partner for the rest of your life when you are married. But obviously people make their own different choices, but it's always better to stick with one partner, because you then save yourself from getting a lot of infections from a lot of different people, especially if you're in a trusting relationship and you are faithful to each other. Then you decrease your chances of getting all of these sexually transmitted infections. So even when you are pregnant, it's important to continue having good sexual practices so that your status doesn't change, because you can be negative at the beginning of your pregnancy, but if you are not practicing safe sex, your status might change and you might become positive. So I believe prevention is always better than cure. But if things do change, there is treatment, and even if you are HIV positive, you can live a completely happy and satisfying life as long as you are on treatment and you protect your children by taking the treatment, and even protecting yourself once you give birth and continuing to take your treatment. So let's get tested and let's have safe sex. Okay, so this HIV and syphilis test kit, it comes with this, and this is it's the standard, it's the test, it's the actual test. This is what it looks like when you open it. Let me just... Okay, this is what it looks like when you open it. And then it comes with a diluent. And let's focus again. So this is the diluent or the buffer that I'm going to use. After pricking, we drop the blood into this thing, and then we put the buffer, and it's going to produce a result within 15 to 20 minutes. And then of course we have some alcohol wipes. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so the alcohol wipes, we're going to use them to clean the skin before we do the prick. So yeah guys, those are the test kits that I'm going to use. Okay, and then after doing the blood tests, then we're going to do the systems. Now we do a head-to-toe examination, focusing on all the systems. So we'll do the thyroid exam, and then we will check. Then we'll do a breast exam, and then we'll do your cardiovascular system. So that it would be checking your pulses, checking your heart sounds using a stethoscope, listening to your heart, and then also doing a respiratory system exam where we listen to your breathing and your airway. And then after that we do the abdomen, which is one of the most important systems because now that's where your baby is growing. So to do that one, we will use, so I got these over here, of which I don't like these ones. These are the Pick and Pay sewing tape measures. I don't like them, but yeah, I'm looking to get newer, nicer ones. But anyways, for now, this is what I'll just have to do with. So this is the tape measure, and we will use it to check your symphysis fundal height. So that is basically how big your abdomen is according to your gestational age, which is according to the weeks pregnant or the weeks in your pregnancy. So for example, if you're like 20 weeks pregnant, if this one is normal, usually we want it to be around maybe 18 centimeters or 22 centimeters. And then if your baby is very big, and let's say you are at you are 30 weeks pregnant, and maybe this one will be like at 34 weeks if your dates are accurate. But yeah, basically we will be checking, we'll measure. That's the first thing we do, and then we will do these other maneuvers where we check how the baby is lying and engagement and all of those things. And then that one, it involves palpation, which I do with my hands. And then after doing that, we use this. So this is a fetal Doppler machine. It's very, very nice because it gives us an idea of your baby's heart rate and how your baby is beating, and then you can actually hear the baby's heart. So let me just open it. So this is the machine, and then it comes with this probe, and we're gonna put gel on it, and then we put it on your abdomen. And they also gave me some batteries, which was very nice. So then this one I can't even do because I'm not pregnant, y'all. I'm not pregnant. But I don't have the gel. I still need to buy the gel, the ultrasound gel. And then another thing also that I will be able to do for you guys and offer you is doing an ultrasound scan, just a basic ultrasound scan, to see the baby in the sac, to check how far you are pregnant, try and find the placenta, try and find the baby's heartbeat with an ultrasound. But you still have to go and do an ultrasound scan with a sonographer, because the skills that I would have would be just basic ultrasound skills, and then you definitely need to go and do a scan then with someone who is trained to do ultrasound scans and who studied way longer to be able to do the scans. So yeah, and then after that we'll just do an exam going forward, just to check if there's any problems down there with your lady parts, if there's any discharge, if there's any warts, herpes, or any sexually transmitted infections that we can actually see. Yeah, so that's basically what will be happening. So yeah, then let me show you some other things that I have. Okay, then I have these speculums. Okay, I just don't want to open them, but I don't know if you guys can see. But I have these speculums. These ones I will be using to do pap smear testing. So according to the WHO guidelines, if you are sexually active and above the ages of 18, you need to do a pap smear every 3 years. So pap smears are usually done to check if there are any cancerous cells in the cervix, because cervical cancer is one of the most leading causes of cancer in women. So I actually did a video on this where I spoke about pap smears and cervical cancer screening. I'm also going to link it up here, then you guys can go and watch that video and get a detailed sort of like overview of pap smears and cervical cancer. But yeah, I will be offering the service to do a pap smear if you are not pregnant at any point, and then also if you are pregnant after delivery at 6 weeks, then we do a pap smear test for you. So that is for the ladies. Whether you are pregnant or not pregnant, it's important to do a pap smear. Then I have this tape. This one I can actually open it and show you guys properly. So I have this tape over here. So this tape I can use for adults and I can use for babies as well. It measures the mid-upper arm circumference. So the mid-upper arm circumference, it gives us an idea of your nutritional state. So whether you are overweight, obese, or you're, yeah, so we do this test to measure your upper. Okay, and then the rest of the things that I have is obviously gloves. I need these when I'm examining people and examining certain parts of the body. I need to wear gloves. So I have these ones, and these are disposable gloves. And then I have these ones, which are sterile gloves. These ones I need to use for procedures where I need to be sterile. And then another thing now that we will do at our consultation, we will take some bloods. There we go. So this is a blood form. So we'll fill this in so that we can be able to take blood tests. So all of those other blood tests that we couldn't get rapid results for, we will fill them on this blood form, and then we're going to take actual blood for that. And for us to be able to do that, we have these. These are blood cubes, and we're going to need to use these blood tubes to obtain blood samples, and then we take them to the lab, empath, and then we test all of the things that we need to test. We collect specimens. If we want to collect urine, here's a specimen bottle. And then these are the needles that we need to take the blood, and tourniquets and everything. So yeah guys, there you have it. That is the unboxing that I had for you today, just to give you an overview of everything that will be happening should you come for an antenatal consultation with moi. So yeah guys, some other things I still need to buy, like for example, I need a shops bin for when I prick people. I need to throw it in shops bin because I need to have proper waste management. And I also need to buy things like the ultrasound gel. I need to buy my RH test kit. That one it's a blood type test. Yeah, so there's just like a few things that I still need to get, but like the most of the things I already have them, and I'm ready for you guys. So yeah, please guys, let's make those bookings for Miracle of Life Midwifery Services. I'm here, I am your midwife at your cervix, and I'm ready to take you guys on and take you throughout your whole pregnancy. So I will just insert the details. If you want to make bookings, you can WhatsApp me on 081 211 1156, or alternatively you can send me an email at nurse.hlalis@gmail.com, and you can connect with me on social media. I'm nurse_hlalis on Instagram, I'm Mihlali Pizzo on Facebook, and at Mihlali_Magwa on Twitter, but I'm not too active on Twitter. But anyways, so yeah guys, that's all I have for you today, and I really hope you enjoyed this video and you found it insightful and you learned a thing or two about what happens at an antenatal consultation. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, click on the notification bell, and share guys. Please spread the word that I am here. I'm the midwife that is ready for you. Miracle of Life Midwifery Services is open for bookings. So thank you so much guys for everyone who has been supporting me and watching my channel and subscribing and liking and sharing. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Until next time, bye.